first graders, now we're ready to start creating our radial symmetry snowflake. So what I would like you to make sure you have is your mixed marker circle that you created last art class. As you can see, Mrs. Air was having so much fun creating them that I have many of them. If you only have one, that is okay, but you're going to need your mixed marker circle. If you did not create one, then I would like you to go back to Google Classroom and look at the prior lessons and complete that before going to this step. You're also going to need some extra white paper. This is going to help protect our table surface. And I would also like you to have a black Sharpie, which was listed in your recommended art materials. If you don't have a Sharpie black marker, then perhaps you could find a permanent black marker or just any black marker. If you don't have a black marker, then you can use a black color pencil or even a black crayon. But I am going to demonstrate with a black permanent Sharpie marker because I want you to know in the first grade how to carefully use a permanent marker. So after you have all your materials, I'm going to show you how to create radial symmetry in art. And we learned that artists use radial symmetry to make their art more interesting. Radial symmetry is when you have the same thing all the way around no matter how you turn it, like a snowflake. So we're going to turn one of our colorful mixed markers into a snowflake. Now, as you can see, the reason why I wanted to show you all my examples is that when your mixed marker dries, it kind of changes, okay? Some of mine have turned into just one color. Some of mine has water spots on it. Some of mine, you can actually still see the marker. So that's okay. If yours look totally different than my example, that's quite all right, okay? We are going to start by taking our mixed marker. Now we have learned a lot about markers the last few weeks. We learned how to carefully color them by making lines. We learned about how you can mix them by scribbling and adding water. Today with the permanent marker, the reason why I'm giving you a permanent marker is because if you did add water, it wouldn't mix. But you also need to be really careful of your hands, your clothes, and your table. So we're going to be working on white extra paper. Before you use your marker, we're going to fold our circle mixed marker. So the first thing I would like you to do is fold your circle in half like a taco. So I'm going to take the bottom and I'm going to bend, 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 bend so it matches the top. And then I'm going to press down or crease down with my fingers. This is what Mrs. Air calls a taco fold. Then I'm going to fold it in half again. This time I'm going this way like a book. This is going to be what I call a pizza fold. So I'm bending it over so it meets to the other side. And if you're off a little bit, that's okay. And I'm going to press down with my fingers. So far I folded my circle in half 2 times. The last fold that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little point and match it down here. This is going to be my 3rd fold in half. And this is what I call a cheese fold. So I did taco, pizza, cheese. Taco, pizza, cheese. And again, I'm going to crease it. When I folded it 3 times, I have a triangle shape. After you have folded it the 3 times, taco, pizza, cheese, you're going to open it up and see 6 folded lines. Okay? Then I'm going to use my black permanent marker. Now very carefully I'm going to take the cap off and flip it around and place it on the back of my marker or place it down safely. Now with the permanent marker, I want to work very, very slowly. I want to be very careful of the table surface. I want to be very careful of my hands, of my clothes. I'm gonna start right in the middle, and what I would like you to do is trace those fold lines. And I'm gonna go as careful as I can to trace those straight lines. Now, as you're tracing, you may even want to take your circle and turn it. So I'm very carefully going around and tracing all of my folds. And if you accidentally go off the line a little bit, that's okay. But what we're doing is we're creating radial symmetry. So no matter which way I turn it, just like a wheel or a snowflake, it is the same. That's symmetry. Artists do this to make their art look more interesting or balanced. Now, as you can see, my marker went right through my art. That is why I have the extra paper down. So please make sure you remember that step. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to add designs. Now you can add designs with lines, okay? They could be straight, up and down, they could be laying down, they could be diagonal. You could even make curved lines, so it would look like a U or an upside down U. There's so many different things you can do. You can also create shapes like circles or triangles. But remember, this is radial symmetry. So whatever I do on one line, I need to make sure I do it on the other lines, okay? So for example, if I decide to start with these straight lines, I'm gonna go up the line to make some straight lines. So then I would do the same thing on the other lines. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I would do it on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, no matter which way I turn it, it's going to look the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember, this is your snowflake, so it's kind of up to you what you want to add. Maybe you add some circles to the ends of your lines, okay? And after you have those first little symmetries, it's kind of up to you how you want your snowflake to look and be created. If you want to add V's to your snowflake, maybe you have V's at the end, maybe you have curvy lines that meet each other. But remember, if I do one here, I need to continue that design, turning my snowflake so that they are all the same. And you can look on to Google Slides to get lots and lots of ideas for your snowflake and how you would like to use the black permanent marker to create radial symmetry, so that no matter where you turn it, it will be the same. And here are some other examples of some radial symmetry snowflakes that I created. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Remember, when you're done with the marker, that you put the cap on nice and tight and you store it in a safe place. Please make sure you take a photo and share your snowflake on Padlet. Looking forward to seeing your art, first graders. Bye.